Good day everyone. Today I want to talk about mental health condition that is common but still not talked about enough. Postpartum depression, also known as PPD. When people think about childbirth, they usually imagine happiness, excitement, and love. And yes, for many families, it is a joyful time. But we don't often see is the other side. The exhaustion, the fear, the pressure, and the emotional struggle that can come after giving birth. For some mothers, instead of feeling happy, they feel deeply sad, anxious, emotional numb. This does not mean they are weak. It does not mean they are bad mothers. Postpartum depression is a real medical condition and it deserves understanding and care. Next, what is postpartum depression nga ba? Well, postpartum depression, it is a form of major depression that happens after childbirth. It does not always start right away. It can appear a few days after delivery, a few weeks later, or even up to 1 year after giving birth. PPD affects how a person feels, think, acts, and how they care for themselves and their baby. For example, a mother with PPD may love her baby but still feel empty or disconnected. She may want to care for her child but feel like she has no energy or motivation to do so. This is very different from simply being tired or stressed. What is the difference between baby blues versus postpartum depression? Many people confuse postpartum depression with baby blues, so it's important to know the difference. The baby blues, they are very common. Around 70 to 80% of new mothers experience them. They usually start a few days after birth and include mood swing, crying easily, and feeling sensitive. The key point is that the baby blues usually go away on their own within 1 to 2 weeks, while postpartum depression on the other hand is more intense and lasts longer. If the sadness continues beyond 2 weeks and start affecting daily life, relationship, or the ability to care for the baby, then it is no longer just baby blues. It may be postpartum depression. What are the causes of PPD nga ba? So, postpartum depression does not have only one cause. It usually happens because of many factors combined. First, hormonal changes. After childbirth, her hormones like estrogen and progesterone drop very fast. This hormone affect mood, so when they suddenly decrease, it can trigger depressive symptoms. Some mothers also experience thyroid hormone changes, which can cause tiredness and low mood. Second, physical changes. Giving birth is physically exhausting. Mothers often experience pain, slow recovery, or sleep deprivation. Imagine waking up every 2 to 3 hours to feed a baby while your body is still healing. Over time, lack of sleep alone can seriously affect mental health. And the third one is emotional factors. Many mothers feel overwhelmed. Some worry constantly about doing something wrong. Others feel pressure to be happy all the time because society expects motherhood to be joyful. For example, a mother may think, "Why am I so sad when I should be grateful?" This thought cannot increase guilt and emotional pain. Fourth, social and environmental factors. PPD is more likely when there is little support from family or partner, financial stress, relationship problems, or social isolation. Lastly, personal risk factor. A person is at high risk if they had depressive or anxiety before, experienced depression during pregnancy, or they have a family history of mental illness or a traumatic or complicated birth. Next is the symptoms of PPD. So, yung symptoms, it can vary from person to person, but they usually fall into different areas. In emotional symptoms, it includes yung constant sadness, frequent crying, feeling hopeless, or feeling emotionally empty. While sa mental symptoms naman, nag-include dito yung difficulty concentrating, negative thoughts, and excessive worry about the baby. In several cases, there may be thoughts of self-harm or harming the baby, which is a medical emergency. While in physical symptoms naman, it includes changes in appetite, extreme tiredness, low energy, and problem sleeping when the baby is asleep. While behavioral symptoms naman, it includes yung withdrawing from loved ones, losing interest in activities, and difficulty bonding with the baby. For example, a mother may avoid holding her baby not because she doesn't care, but because she feels emotionally numb or afraid she's doing everything wrong. On other postpartum mental health conditions naman, yung postpartum depression, it can exist alongside other conditions such as postpartum anxiety, panic attacks, obsessive thoughts, and there is also postpartum psychosis, which is rare but very serious kasi it involves hallucination, delusion, confusion, and paranoia. This condition requires immediate medical attention. What are the effects naman of this PPD on mother and the baby? If yung PPD hindi siya na-treated, it can affect both the mother and the child. For the mother, it can lead to long-term depression, poor health, and difficulty functioning. For the baby naman, it may affect bonding and emotional development. Studies show na yung mga untreated maternal depression can affect a child's behavior and emotional growth later in life. The good news is that early treatment greatly improves outcome for both. Next is diagnosis. There is no blood test for PPD. Yung mga doctor, they diagnose it through interviews, mental health screening, questionnaires like the Edinburgh Postnatal Depression Scale. They look at the symptoms, duration, and how much daily life is affected. There are treatment options for PPD. PPD is treatable naman. Yung treatment niya, it may include therapy such as cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT or interpersonal therapy, which helps mother manage yung mga negative thoughts and emotional stress nila. May mga medications din, kagaya ng antidepressants, and many are safe during breastfeeding pag ginaguide sila ng mga doktor nila. Yung lifestyle support kasi is also very important din. Dapat may enough rest, proper nutrition, emotional support, and social connection all play a big role in the recovery. Yung mga mothers ngayon, they don't ask for help because they feel ashamed or afraid of being judged. Some worry that others will think they are bad parents if may PPD sila. Pero we should know that PPD is not a failure. Seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. To conclude my presentation, I want to say that postpartum depression is a serious but treatable mental health condition. It is caused by a mix of hormonal, emotional, and social factors. The most important things to remember are, it is not your fault, you are not alone, help is available, and recovery is possible. By supporting maternal mental health, we support not just mothers but families and communities as well. That's all. Thank you.